What is up, everybody? Random Random Man here, aka RRM, bringing you another rapid movie review, aka RMR. And it is for One of Them Days in one take. Now, the plot of this buddy comedy follows two best friends slash roommates trying to come up with rent money before getting evicted at the end of the day. Keke Palmer plays Drew, a waitress who also has a job interview between all of this, and she's basically the straight woman of the duo. I've always been a big fan of her since I was a kid, watching her on TV shows like True Jackson VP, and even recently with the lead film role that she had in Jordan Peele's Nope, I thought that she was awesome in. And then we have her roommate, Alyssa, played by SZA. First off, I love SZA. I'm a big fan of her music, and by the way, a few years ago, she liked my post on Instagram highlighting her first Grammy win, and I will always love her for that. And here, playing Alyssa, an artist who gave the rent money to her boyfriend, and that's how these two leads got into all this mess, shows that she is the looser cannon of the duo. But this also marks her feature film debut, and I thought that her comedic timing here was pretty on point, and the chemistry between herself and Palmer I thought was sizzling as well, and seeing them going about their day trying to figure out what they're going to do before basically they're over with. And I think that this film brings out a lot in terms of how it plays with its concept. The film is written and directed by Sarita Singleton and Lawrence Lamont, respectively, and this also marks their film debuts in the respective roles. The closest comp that this movie can be attributed to in terms of having similar details with is Friday, starring Ice Cube and Chris Tucker. You could say that it is basically a modern-day gender-swapped version of it, but I think it would be a disservice to call it that just in its total, because I think the movie has a lot of sincerity in between all of the scrappiness with all of the antics that our two leads get into. And the movie, with its sincerity, also shows that the heart that it has in these two, not just necessarily being best friends, but also essentially being sisters, and the bond that they have and what they're going to do to help each other out just to get through all of this. It's something that I think a movie like this definitely has in spades, and also kept my attention while watching it all together. What with all of the jokes, the movie has more than some decent laughs in here for everyone to enjoy, whether it is sight gags or just seeing them and their tete-a-tetes together, the squabbling, all of that stuff. Even some of the supporting roles in between by some of the players here, like Mata Apatow playing their new neighbor, and Cat Williams even showing up as one of the locals. He steals the moments that he has in this film, and just the way it is paced and moves all around. The movie runs at just under 100 minutes in length, so it's a very quick and easy watch, and I think almost anyone can get into this, as this is a film that spotlights an area of comedy that we don't get too much of anymore, at least in the way I think this all comes together. Not every one of the jokes lands to me, with comedy in it being subjective like anything, but in particular in terms of how your sense of humor is, I think it works out so well, and I feel like that this movie could have been a hit in any time of the season you release it in. It is looking to become a sleeper hit at the box office with its successful opening weekend last weekend, at least here in the US, and I hope that this movie brings success for everybody involved here, because everyone, whether it is in front of the camera or behind the camera in terms of what they're bringing together, I think have something here that anyone is going to be taken with, especially with the target audience. I'm not necessarily the target audience for a movie like this, but I'm already a big fan of the two leads in it. Like I said, I love Palmer, I love SZA, so that got me to go ahead and see this thing, and in the end, I think it is definitely worth seeing, and I definitely recommend it. With all that being said, my final verdict for One of Them Days is 4 out of 5 stars. And there you have it. Thank you all, as always, for watching. Be sure to like this video, comment on what you thought of One of Them Days. Social media links in the description. Subscribe to my channel for more, and I'll catch you on the next movie review.